Meghan Markle's father risked sparking a diplomatic row today as he revealed private details of his political conversations with Prince Harry in an extraordinary TV interview. Thomas Markle SNR claimed his royal son-in-law had told him he was open to the experiment of Brexit and that US President Donald Trump should be given a chance. The 73-year-old revealed Harry's views on Good Morning Britain, saying the pair had spoken on the phone in the months leading up to the royal wedding. Kensington Palace this morning refused to comment on the claims, which come 2 years after the Queen was accused of backing Brexit in the EU referendum. She was said to have told former Lib Dem leader Nick Clegg during a lunch at Windsor Castle that she thought Europe was going in the wrong direction ahead of the key vote. Members of the royal family do not vote and are expected to remain politically neutral. However, Harry's father Prince Charles has faced criticism in the past for his political views, particularly following the release of the Black Spider memos in 2015 showing his lobbying to government ministers. Mr. Markle told Piers Morgan on GMB today, "He's Harry, a smart guy. We talked a few times about Donald Trump, Brexit, things like that. He's an interesting guy." He added, "Our conversations was I was complaining that I didn't like Donald Trump. He said give Donald Trump a chance. I sort of disagreed with that. That was his politics. I have my politics. I've always have a bad attitude about Donald Trump, and that's never going to change. My God, I have to apologize to the rest of the world for my president. All Harry did was actually said, because Trump was new, he said, give him a chance. I think Harry's probably changed his mind by now. I certainly hope he has. I think Trump has had his chances 100 times now. The time's up. I think time's up for Trump." On his first phone call with Prince Harry, Mr. Markle revealed, he said, "Hello, Thomases," and I said, "Hello, Harry." It became a conversation back and forth mostly about politics. He was asking me how I was feeling that day, and I was telling him how unhappy I was with the president or with the idea of Trump, and that's how it began. Then we talked a little bit about how they met and how happy they were with each other, and that was pretty much it for the first conversation. Mr. Markle told Piers Morgan and Susanna Reid, "We have yet to see each other face to face. We've had interesting conversations on the phone." Asked if he thought Harry was a Trump supporter, Mr. Markle said, "I would hope not now, but at the time he might have been." Share this article. Share. Mr. Markle also revealed details of their conversation about Brexit, adding, "He said he was open to it. He didn't know one way or the other, he was just saying he had to be open to it and see how it went. That pretty much was his attitude. Like I said, this was just conversations between two guys about politics, nothing cast in stone, just the way you talk." Kensington Palace declined to comment on Mr. Markle's interview.